I waited about a good year.
A year.
It was about a year. I popped the question, and we were married within about a year and a half after started dating.
Okay.
So it wasn't an
Too
extremely
long.
long time because I'm not gonna deal with a long time type situation going on.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm gonna do. If I want you, I want you. Simple as that. I don't need a long time to figure out what I'm doing because that's just not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Because eventually somebody else is gonna come along. You're not fully committed, so now you're moving around. You're on them single night, lonely nigga missions where you just out here trying to sleep with this woman and that woman, trying to figure out what woman you want. But yeah, for the streets, okay. But then that puts you in a dangerous situation as well.
Because now you're on the streets.
Right. So yeah.
So with you being, older than both of us, what's the longest, or who have you ran into or come across who has waited for a longer period of time to propose?
This is gonna be good. I gotta hear this.
Well, I had a couple of uncles and aunties, man. They were like together for 30 years before they got married. I said, and then I heard, I'm not gonna have a 15-year engagement. I'm sorry, because therefore somebody's not sure what they want.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be there. I'm not gonna be that person talking about, I love you, but I'm just not in love with you. That's just not what I'm about. I mean, if I love you, I love you. Period. And that's where we at with it. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time playing games and trying to date around because it's too much shit out here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play Russian roulette with my meat. Sorry. Not gonna happen.
Well, I'm just go ahead and speak for all of my women out there. It take a long time to propose.
It's Father's Day now.
Cause they scared. They scared. What they scared for? What they scared for?
I ain't gonna necessarily say they scared. It's that they still playing games. If you go past 2 years dating, right? In my opinion, this is my opinion, and mine's alone. Nobody else's. If you go about 2 years in dating, I just don't see any sense in continuing a relationship. I mean, because at this point, you don't really know what you want, and you want to date other people. I mean, you're gonna cheat at this point. You're gonna be a cheater. Let's just be clear about that. Of course, you're sitting there telling her how much you love her because, especially if you got kids together. You got kids together. There's always that threat. Oh shit! If we break up, there's gonna be some child support involved here.
Yeah, I understand that. So.
But if you're a dad, a real dad, in your child's life, you don't want to see another man raising your kid. But at the same point, you got to know that you love your child's mom. I'm tired of using the expression, "Oh, that's my baby mama. Oh, that's my baby daddy." And then they get in this toxic circle where they always arguing and fussing and fighting for what? Look, if we got to do that, let's just agree to disagree and separate and raise our kids independently. We're going to co-parent. A lot of people try to stay for the kids' sake. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. We're not going to be together for my kids' sake. At the end of the day, I got kids. My oldest daughter's 30. Me and her mom, we hadn't been together since she was a baby. But yet, I was still very much a part of her life. She was very much a part of my life. And that's just what that was. We're not going to do the tango, so to speak. Talking about, we should get back together for the kids' sake, and then we miserable. We're cheating on each other every chance we get.
Right.
That's not ideal. I just don't see any point in prolonging shit like that. If you really want to be successful in this deal, you got to go in with a clear mind, clear heart, and know what you want. Like if your mindset is, hey, I want to get married, then that's what it's gonna be.
And then I think behind that, you have to communicate some of the things that you are dealing with or that you dealt with, so that he or she can work with you through that. I think a lot of trauma holds people back, the trust issues, things like that. But I feel like if you come in communicating, hey, this is what I've been through and things like that, this is what I'm trying to grow through, we can make this work. if you either, you help me get through it, and of course that can mean counseling or just talking to somebody who's had successful relationships and marriages, but I feel like that's another thing that keeps people back from proposing is past traumas, relationships, etc. And so they're like, do I want to do this? Will I go through this again? X, Y, and Z. So,
Right.
any input on that?
Mr. Hey, come on, represent the fellas.
Past trauma. If you got enough sense to recognize that, and you kind of judging that for your partner because they might not even realize it. When you're talking about trauma, it'd be so deep that the person going through it don't always see it or realize it. Because if it is trauma, you've been carrying it with you for so long. You know what I'm saying? So, what am I trying to say? Should you hold that against your partner, or should you just kind of try and work with them? Because it could be, it could be a frustrating thing when a woman feel like she's waiting.
At the end of the day, it's all about working together, man. You got to work together. It's not one of those situations where you're alone anymore, because now you're trying to build towards something. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you need to do.